Yes, Mr. Chatterjee, what is the matter?
My lord, lastly on 15th, my lord was interfered with the inaction on the part of the respondent that I was not allowed to submit my application to stand as a candidate, my lord, and pursuant to the lordship's order, my lord, they have allowed me to file my nomination, my lord. Now what happened, my lord, when the preparation of final list, when the scrutiny was done, it is stated in the section 49 subsection 6 of the West Bengal Panchayat Election Act 2003 that the reason should be shown, that why, and if it is rejected, the reason should be shown. If it is not rejected, then why it was allowed. The EOR, the election officer, should also show the reason. My lord, after this, my lord, the same thing has happened. We are also ready for that, my lord. Now we have come up before your lordship. Today is the last. Today is the last date for after filing of scrutinization. The list has been already prepared. It has been published, but our reason has not been shown. We have come up for that very reason. Let there be direction.
For that, can you come up before the writ court?
Because of the
But you have an authority for that, probably.
My lord, kindly have a look, my lord, section what it is state, my lord.
Yes.
My lord, may I please, your lordship? Section 49 it deals with the scrutiny of nominations. And subsection 6 deals with the Panchayat returning officer shall endorse on such nomination paper his decision accepting or rejecting the same, and if the nomination paper is rejected, shall record in written a brief statement on his reasons of such rejections.
That has not been done.
Not been done, my lord. And my lord, I should not submit, or I have to submit under compelling circumstances. My lord, it was very known to us, it will be done.
So what is the interim order you're expecting?
My lord, interim order, if I say, my lord, it is a great, that unless until it is not done, that the selection should be stopped, my lord. If that be so, my lord. My lord, I cannot say more than that, my lord. That is the
Let
highest.
us hear them on your allegation, yes.
My lord, I am appealing for Election Commission of India, my lord. My lord, I have nothing to submit because it will be submitted by State Election Commission because
State never come, my lord. State last 3 occasions they didn't.
because what I came to know, my lord, BTO has rejected it and now they are the direct control under District Panchayat Election Officer, my lord.
So you have served them?
Yes, my lord.
My lord,
All have been served, my
You
lord.
are appearing for them?
my lord, if it pleases your lordship, my lord, I beg to appear for an intervenor, my lord, on the basis of on one of my I have made one complaint, my lord. I'm sorry, my lord. I have made a complaint, my lord, and I apprehend, my lord, on the basis of my complaint, my lord, his nomination has been cancelled during scrutiny, my lord. So, my lord, I have made an application, taken out an application for intervening, my lord. And my lord, if your lordship permit,
Your job is over after you lost the complaint.
His name already
my,
appeared. in the
I will
list,
just
my
submit.
lord.
I will not.
Why
I will
so
just
what?
submit, my lord, on a point of law, my lord. If your lordship permits me.
What is that?
My lord, I'll just place one judgment. The same thing that has just fallen from your lordship, my lord.
What has fallen from me?
My lord,
Nothing has fallen from me yet.
my lordship, lordship would take up the judgment, or she would realize, my lord, thing that has fallen from your lordship. My lord.
No. What is the ratio here?
My lord, it says, my lord, the rejection of a nomination, my lord, is an election.
It will go before the
my, my lord.
No, that is in the constitution. Yes, constitution has it. Yes,
My lord.
yes.
And we are also saying so, my lord. But in the statute, it is stated, my lord.
My lord,
lord,
is-
Go before the election commission. State election commission. State election commission.
My lord, he has to make an election petition before the district judge, my lord, in this case, my lord.
Under which provision?
My lord, election petition, my lord.
Under which provision?
My lord, under section 80 of the West Bengal Election Panchayat Act 2003, my lord.
Please show me that.
Section 50.
80, my lord.
So which color flap should be put in section 80?
No, that is in 50.
Which color are you?
My lord, I'm blue.
Put a blue flap there.
My lord, may I
Election
just hand over to your lordship, my lord?
No election petition.
Unless your book has a different provision.
Panchayat shall be called in question except.
Yes, section 80.
80, my lord.
80.
My lord, that petition, I think, is a misspell, my lord, insertion which should not have been there. No election should be called in question rather than no election petition, my lord, because it has been taken parametria from section 80 of the Representation of People's Act, my lord, in which what petition is not there. No election should be called in question except other than by means of election petition, my lord.
Yes, I'll give you leave to approach the election commission.
Then, my lord, when the,
with an
during-
election petition.
if today is the last date, my lord,
Nothing
when,
doing strategy. Up to this, before this, we probably had jurisdiction. It could may interfere.
but my lord, subject
You
to
are
kind sanction,
asserting
my
a
lord.
fundamental right. This is regarding election.
But I have
Constitution also
tried-
bars. There are several provisions in
No,
the
no,
Constitution.
my lord, also, my lord, I have to, my candidate submit for the division bench of this honorable High Court last occasion.
Several
It
judgments
was given, no, it was given direction that the decision should be taken by the authority.
has to be.
The court cannot. But my lord, what was running in my mind, my lord, that subsection 6 of the 46, it is clearly stated. My lord, only I'm asking to myself, my lord, I know I was prepared for this incident, my lord. What prompted them to not to provide any reason, my lord? That is, my lord,
I'll
only
record
I
your
think, my lord.
submission, but I'll relegate to the election commission. I'll
My lord,
give you
I shall
reward.
also pray, my lord, if your lordship deem fit and proper. I don't know whether it will
What,
help
Mr.
me.
Chatterjee? Obviously, I'll not deem it fit and
If
proper.
no,
That's
no,
why you
my
have
lord,
to.
subject to kind sanction, my lord, that let them let there be some discussions over the issue. But it will goes on. It will go in the future also.
What discussion?
My lord, if they
Between
give some-
whom?
No, my lord, I can only say, my lord, my purpose will not serve, my lord. I know it very well. But let the state respond with some answerable to the court, my lord. Why they have done so? And what was the provision? Why they didn't reply, my lord? By bifurcating this particular
lord,
section, my lord.
Court will seek answers in most of the matters. Just be present in court for some time. Most of the matters, state is being being
Lordship,
compelled to give answers,
Lordship.
but not in this matter. In this
I'm
matter, some
grateful,
other authority will ask for the answers.
Then, well, I don't have any remedy because I
You have a remedy for the election commission. That is the reason.
by 3 p.m. is the last time.
You
Last
thought this was a
occasion-
favorable court. That's why you came here.
No, not that, my lord, not that.
No,
my lord.
sir.
Last occasion, my lord, I got the relief from your lordship.
This is the
on
election
law
commission's
point, on
jurisdiction.
law point.
No, obviously on law point, this is a favorable court. Definitely.
Yes.
On what other point did you think?
No, no. On that also, I'm also saying.
Senate counsel for the petitioner contends that section 49 of the West Bengal Panchayat Elections Act 2003 has been patently violated by the respondent authorities. First up, it is submitted that the election returning officer of the Panchayat elections in West Bengal, held recently, refused to accept the petitioner's nomination.
No, scrutiny. After
Scrutiny.
nomination, scrutiny.
Scrutiny, nomination.
It was rejected,
refused-
my lord.
refused to accept the petitioner's candidature at the juncture of scrutiny, without recording any reasons whatsoever as contemplated under the statute, for such refusal. First up, it is argued that the matter is extremely urgent and, as such, an interim order be passed by this court. First up, next para. It is pointed out by learned counsel for the Central Election Commission that the said authority is not concerned in the present election at all, and, as such, has nothing to submit on merits. First up, an intervention is sought by the complainant, on the basis of whose complaint apparently the petitioner's candidature was rejected. First up, it is submitted on behalf of the said complainant, namely, what is your name, your client?
Azhar Sheikh.
Namely, Azhar Sheikh, the writ court, under Article 226 ought not to interfere in a dispute in connection with an election. First up, for such purpose, learned counsel cites the judgment of N.P. Ponnuswamy versus returning officer, Namakkal constituency and others, reported at 1952
reported.
SCR 218. First up, in the said judgment, the question of maintainability of a writ petition with regard to an election to legislatures, keeping in view the provisions of Articles 324 to 329, was considered. First up, learned counsel submits that in view of Section 80 of the 2003 Act of West Bengal, a similar provision has been introduced in the said act as well, and no elections to panchayats shall be called in question except by an election petition presented in accordance with the provisions of the part in question. Full stop. Next para. Upon considering the submissions of parties on the question of maintainability, comma, it is clear that since the dispute involves the rejection of candidature of a candidate in the panchayat elections, comma, the said challenge shall be governed by section 80 of the 2003 Act. Full stop. As such, comma, there is limited or no scope for this court to interfere in the present dispute. Full stop. Accordingly, WPA 14536 of 2023 is disposed of without interfering with the present matter, comma, however, comma, granting liberty to the petitioner to approach the appropriate authority within the contemplation of the West Bengal Panchayat Elections Act 2003 with the relief as sought in the present writ petition. Full stop. If so approached, comma, the said authority shall decide the issue independently and in accordance with law without being hindered in any manner or influenced by any of the observations made herein or the present rejection. Full stop. Parties shall act on the communication of the learned advocates without insisting upon prior production of a certified copy. I'll try to sign this order as early as possible, Mr. Chatterjee, but I don't know whether it will be on the server before 3. It
No, no,
cannot be
that's-
probably.
That's true,
My lord, I'm
That's
sorry, but there is a mistake, my lord. I said the name of the complainant, my lord. If your lordship's desire was to ask my name, my lord,
No,
complainant.
Complainant. Your, no, not your name. If your name goes in, then it will be difficult for you.
But no, his name already come in the final list.
As a
His name already
counsel,
come in the final list.
I
You are not for the complainant.
am for the complainant. The
You are
name-
saying the advocate's name.
advocate's name.
Yes, yes, obvious.
Then, my lord, it will be Tanmay Chattopadhyay.
No, not Tanmay Chakrabarty. I wanted Azhar Sheikh's name.
I'm so grateful, my lord.
Thank Your name has to be there in the appearances, not somewhere in the order. Yes.
My lord, I'm sorry, my lord, to give you trouble. Because 2 times I have come, my lord, for this, my lord.
I remember that when you move your next bad matter.
I'm grateful.
Definitely remember and reject your matter.
No, no, I'm grateful, your lordship.